since the worst real estate deal we've done, selling Louisiana to the US.
We're so pleased to have in our studio today the Consul General for the French Republic, Rodolphe Sambou, who has been in his post here in Louisiana for about 2 years, and hopefully he'll be here for many more years. I've gotten to know this gentleman over the last several years, particularly through the Consular Corps, and it is indeed a pleasure and an honor to have you with us. How are you doing, sir?
Fine, merci beaucoup. Bonjour, Mark. It's a pleasure to be in your show. Right, and thank you for the welcoming you've granted me since I arrived in New Orleans. Merci.
Well, you're most welcome. You are such a wonderful representative of your country, and you've brought so much enthusiasm and excitement to the post, and we appreciate that.
We try.
Yeah.
Merci.
Speaking of that, give our viewers and listening audience just a sense of the deep connection between our two parts of the world.
So I start with France and Louisiana. It's been a connection since the very beginning, and since the worst real estate deal we've done, selling Louisiana to the US, and it's been a terrible mistake that it's still painful today to be here, but we feel so many strong connections. Yeah. So the Consulate General of France is the eldest French consulate in the United States.
Really?
It's the only one covering only one state. The state of
Which
Louisiana.
Underscores the importance that Louisiana has.
Yes, it underscores the very ties, the ties we have, and the depth of the common history. And you can see it everywhere, and you can see it in the name, in the enthusiasms, in the heritage, in the grandfathers speaking to their grandsons in French immersion schools. It's really wonderful to see those connections. Each time I am in the streets, everyone is coming to me to talk about their connections to France, their ancestors coming from some part of France, asking me to relate with some people. So it's really something very intimate, very close, and that we can see it in the architecture, in the music, in the everywhere in the city. You can see these connections also beyond the city, all over Louisiana, also in
your
Lafayette.
Footprint, your work actually extends beyond New Orleans.
Yes.
You're constantly traveling throughout the state of Louisiana.
Yes, and beyond, also in D.C., given the international context. But yes, Louisiana is. So I'm often in the Cajun country in Lafayette. Like I was on Friday with the mayor. We opened the Mois de la Francophonie, the Francophonie month. And yes, all over Louisiana, Lake Charles, Shreveport. It's a wonderful and diverse I say country, but I would say,
We
region.
think it's a country too.
You think it's a country. I think too. And it's really wonderful to see this diversity. But everywhere I go, I see smiles. I see a will to reinforce the connections between France and Louisiana, which I'm delighted of.
That's wonderful. Let's just talk about your experience as a diplomat in becoming Consul General for France. How did your work start? How did you get your beginning in this world of diplomacy?
Okay, so it's before I used to be a philosophy teacher in a French institute in Egypt. I used to work at the Louvre Museum, but I didn't steal the jewels.
Okay. They're not looking for you.
Yeah, no, they're not looking for me. I promise you. And I liked to travel. I liked to meet people. I liked to understand other culture. And so I decided to join the French Foreign Ministry, the equivalent of the State Department. And yes, I've been all over places. I've been to Haiti. I've been to Thailand. I think it's a place you know.
Yes, I know
pretty
Thailand. Yes,
well.
I do.
I was 3 years there. I used to be in the UN system in New York. I was in New Zealand as well. I dealt with human rights, Asia Pacific, a whole bunch of things. So it's really interesting because every 3 years you change job. It's a challenge for the family, but it's great. I love it.
That's wonderful. The typical day of a Consul General here in New Orleans, or say the consulate in general, what sort of work does the consulate do, the services they provide?
So the typical day is There is not a typical day. That's our typical day. You have the unexpected happening. You've been witnessing this 2 minutes ago. It's so our first concern is the security and the safety of the French community here, like every consulate. So we have more or less 2,500 people living in Louisiana. We have depending, I mean, you know this better than I do, but between 60,000
French citizens.
French citizens.
Who actually, they vote in
Yes.
French elections.
Yes. They live here, and we also have many tourists. So it's very hard to collect the data, but between 60,000 and 80,000 French tourists a year here. So it's a lot of people. So sometimes everything is great for them. Sometimes they have problems. They lose their passports. They are drunk on Bourbon Street. Don't call me. Don't quote me, okay? But
Don't get drunk on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't get drunk on Bourbon Street. And no, and you have to deal with them. We have a lot of Codophile teachers also. The French government sends 115 teachers to teach French in 48 immersion schools in Louisiana. We have more or less 6,000 people in those schools, so it's a big event, and it's growing, and it's a big effort from the French
Council
government.
for the Development of French.
Yes,
in
the
Louisiana,
Codophile is the
Codophile.
Council for the for the development of French in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a big program, and
it's
I know
a
it's
big
been very
program.
successful.
It's very successful. We are very happy, and it's increasing. I mean, the like 115 teachers. We have shortage of teachers everywhere in the US and in France as well. So it's a very big effort, but it shows you the commitment and dedication of the French government to maintain the French heritage here in Louisiana.
You mentioned the visitation that comes to New Orleans and to Louisiana from France.
Yes.
The recent visit by President Macron to New Orleans had to be a huge boost for awareness of New Orleans because of that wonderful walkabout he did in the French Quarter with you. And
he was so delighted. He was really delighted by this not only this heritage, but the dynamism and the will to reinforce the relation. I know his security team was mad at him because he was just
he was second lining.
He was second lining
in the
crowds. He really wanted to go and see people. So like the other day I spoke to his security team, and they were just like sweating when he was here and saying how delighted he was. He really enjoyed his time here. And yes, he's very careful about what happens here in Louisiana.
Yeah, and of course the reverse happens too. People love to go to France from New Orleans and from Louisiana. We're talking, and nothing is certain, until it happens. But there's a potential this fall that the Saints will be bringing that number into Paris for a game, and I know there's details that still have to be worked through, but I know how important your role has been in helping there.
We are very delighted to host the Saints again. It's really, we are working on it. I'm sweating at the office, but we really want to make this event because sports unites people, and we need at the moment to have very strong relation between France and Louisiana, a relation of friendship. To recall that France and Louisiana, we are united. We are allies. France and the United States. So it's a powerful symbol to see an NFL game in Paris. It's even more powerful that the Saints are here, partake part of this because of the French heritage. So we are going to make this a great event, and we are very, very happy and proud and we are working closely with the Saints, with the NFL, with the French NFL, and trying to show French people that football and soccer, that football is not soccer and soccer is not football. So it's because you have the World Cup here, it's all the way around.
Yeah,
so
we'll have to give them a couple of move them chains as well, right?
Exactly.
It's going to be fantastic.
Uh-huh.
So the French influence in Louisiana, the influence of New Orleans in France. We talk about our tricentennial, which occurred in 2018.
Yes.
There was another way for us to celebrate the strong bond and connection. There's also industry here, French industry. Could you speak to us about that?
Yes, we have plenty of businesses here. We are the second second or third. I still fight with my colleagues to say whether we are the second or third foreign employers in the States. The bilateral trade is almost $3 billion. It's very important to show you. It's the 13th state in the United States with more bilateral trade with France, and it's like in energy, in transport, in maritime transports, in infrastructures, and we have many French companies here. Some operating from Texas, but mainly based here in Louisiana. Air Liquide, Total. I will not make any advertising for them because they will. If I forget one, I get executed. So, but basically, we have a very very strong presence here, and we want to reinforce it. And for this we need predictability and an environment. And the governor was in Paris last for the Paris Air Show in June. So I was with him, and we were delighted because we made some very strong connections to develop the economic opportunities. And there is a lot to do that can be done.
And I know the French American Chamber of Commerce is very active. You've got a number of good partners here. Which is wonderful.
It is. They are wonderful. They help me a lot. I was with them talking to them on Friday afternoon, and they are wonderful, and they really help me because we are a small team, but we work. They are very dedicated and committed.
Very good. Let's talk about the family.
Yes.
You have children.
Yes, I do.
You have a beautiful home here that you also use as entertaining for the French community and working and work as well. What's been their experience living here?
They love it, because again, there is such a connection between France and Louisiana that when you arrive, you feel home. They were at school. They saw the architecture. It's a walkable city. It's plenty of people speaking French. Some people they stop in front of the residence and they are very interested. So sometimes they ring the bell. So I go out in pajamas and try to explain them about the history of France. So again, this welcoming, we've been so much welcome, and we used to live in our last posting was in Paris. Parisians, it's a beautiful city, but sometimes as a proud Parisian, I can say it, we are very grumpy, and so and here we can see all the smiles and the people smiling, helping us, telling us their connections to France, and very helpful. So they are delighted. They don't want to leave, I think.
And they're bitten by the Mardi Gras bug, I imagine.
They have.
Because they're not too far from the parade route.
Yeah, our house is right in the middle of the parade. So during Mardi Gras parade, I am exhausted.
You're in the box, actually.
I am in the box, and so I leave my. So the first years, I went to every single parade, and I was exhausted, and now I leave the girls, I leave my daughters to go to the parades. They enjoy it so much, and you see again, it's very very moving because in. These Mardi Gras traditions in France, we have it in Nice, in northern parts of France, we have it. So to see those connections, those carnivals, and when I came back to France in the Basque region last Christmas, not this one, and I saw also some parades and some bits. So you can see those cultural connections, but we have so many cultural connections in opera as well. We had. The Edmond Dede Morgian event at the St. Louis Cathedral last Thursday. It was a wonderful event, and we have so many connections in so many fields in cinema.
I'm glad you mentioned the cathedral project. Of course, Notre Dame went through its terrible tragedy, and of course it's been rebuilt, and now with Mrs. Benson's assistance, our cathedral is going through a same renovation process, and that's a very strong connection. I know you've been following that process.
Yes, we have a very we have a very close connections for this for many years, far before Notre Dame was burned. We have cultural connections. So the organist of Notre Dame, the main organist of Notre Dame, was here for 6 months. Has been here working in St. Louis Cathedral. Mrs. Benson has been instrumental in helping us.
Yeah.
I know she doesn't want that we speak too much about this, but she's helped a lot
Well,
the reconstruction of Notre Dame.
Her leadership effort is so critical for us to achieve that goal.
We were very grateful for what she did, not only for St. Louis Cathedral but for Notre Dame de Paris as well.
Yes.
So she attended the reopening ceremony, and here we see the efforts, which is a part of the French heritage. When I enter, you see signs in France. It's Louis IX is it was our king, and you see, when I was there, I could identify some statues and saints. Again, with my daughters, who is it? It's Joan of Arc. Who is this? This is Saint Louis. What did he do? Blah blah. So I could revise French history through being in the cathedral. So it's very moving. I really hope. We also proposed to have some expertise from France, to send some expertise, and it's something we are working also very closely on this. Yes,
that cathedral belongs to all of us, and
exactly.
We want to make sure that it lasts for many more centuries.
It's a very part of our common heritage. Yes.
Yeah. Your initiatives this year, you want to speak to any special initiatives for 2026?
So many initiatives. Basically, I mean, we do a lot in obviously in cultures. We have a huge program of residents here, so called from the Villa Albertine. We also, so the Saints will be very good. We try to develop economic relations. We have a French book festival here. We have the Alliance Française working a lot. We have many other French-speaking organizations working. We try to develop the relations with Guadeloupe. So with the Guadeloupe and Martinique, we try to reinforce connectivity as well. We do a lot of efforts. I am tired of having to change flight when I go back to Paris, and I'm trying very hard to get friends here. But it's a long work. It's a long-term work, but I'm trying very hard. So that's
my sense is that you'll have some people using that. When it
I know.
happens.
I hope. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel and turn on your notifications. Please follow us. We've got new shows each and every week. And a very special thanks to all of our sponsors who are making this possible. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.